I love vacuuming. Okay, that's not a phrase you hear people saying very often, even me. But I have to say that with the rise of robot vacuuming technology, and trust me, I've tested quite a few of these now, these can really make your life easier. So I have Roborock's new Qrevo Master robot vac here, and it's just packed with technology, including things like AI obstacle avoidance, voice recognition, and intelligent mapping and path planning. So let's take a look at how it can make your life easier. So straight out of the box, this is a fully automated cleaning solution. So it includes both the robot vacuum as well as the Multifunction 3.0 docking station. If you haven't used a docking station before, these are absolute game changers. So they really support the robot vacuum, doing everything it needs, including cleaning the mop water, as well as sucking out the dust and holding it inside. There's about a 7-week capacity in here. It will also recharge the robot vacuum, and it can even clean itself. So it pretty much does just about everything you'd want it to do, maybe just not make the coffee. A question I'm often asked about robot vacuums is if they have enough suction compared to the handheld variants, and I have to say that nowadays they definitely do. So the Roborock Qrevo has 10,000 Pascal units of suction. It's basically a monster, and it really has what it needs to suck up all kinds of things from dust to debris, and that could be on hardwood floors or on carpets. Plus, its main brush, now these are rubber counter-rotational brushes, so they work together to really suck up things, and the rubber is quite sticky as well, so it's a fantastic way of really cleaning everything off your floor. Plus that suction just helps it as well. So my cameraman has daughters, and he asked me about hair tangling and whether he has to pull them out of this brush. Now this actually is designed with a special spiral shape, and that channels hairs in and along the right direction towards concealed scrapers, which basically scrape off the hairs and prevent tangling. It also has a 99% hair pickup rate, which is great, and there's even a carpet boost mode that knows to go and clean carpets first before it cleans anything else. So I've got a happy cameraman. And essential for a robot vacuum is the ability to clean along the edges of your walls and to really get into corners. And this gets more complicated when they both brush and mop. However, the Qrevo can actually hit 100% of edges in corners using some special technology. It's got a flexi arm side brush here, which really extends out and gets into the edges and corners. And then it has a edge mopping system as well. These are these circular brushes, so it knows how to back them into the corners and along the edges in order to really clean everything, because you just want to go back and do it yourself. Okay, let's talk about mopping. So I really want to get across that this is far more than just a vacuum. It's actually a mop in its own right. So gone are the days when they used to drag around just a cloth around your floor. Actually, with the Roborock Qrevo, we have 2 spinning mop heads. Now these will spin at 200 RPMs as they go around the floor, and they'll maintain a constant pressure on the floor as well. Plus there are 30 different humidity levels or water levels that really help tackle stubborn, sticky stains, not just the surface stuff. So really, these do make a difference. These will mop your floor, and you'll have a nice clean looking floor when you come home. It's really smart. It'll mop on certain surfaces, turn to vacuuming on carpets, plus it's good at getting under and around chair legs. So the multifunction dock is really the key to hassle-free cleaning. It's actually quite compact, and it sits nicely here in my space. What I also like is that you can easily just reach to the top and then grab these reservoirs and change them. And also they're quite large too, so they don't need refilling very often. Another thing is when the robot actually goes back to the dock, it will clean the mop pads using 60-degree hot water and then dry them with 45-degree hot air. Now the purpose of this is to make sure that it kills germs, gets rid of mold and mildew, and it doesn't smell either. Also, underneath this, there are special scrapers that clean the dock itself, meaning you don't have to get in there and clean it very much. But if you do want to give it a wash, the parts come out and they're also very easily hand washable as well. A new feature is intelligent dirt detection. Now, this is super high tech and I love it. So what happens is when the robot comes back to the base station, it will analyze how dirty the mop water is. And if it's of a certain dirt level, it will actually send the little Qrevo back out to clean that area again. So for example, if say you spilled some soda in an area, it mopped that up, it came back, it will realize that it's probably still a little dirty, so it will go back and give it a second pass to make sure it's spotless. So the Qrevo Master is really good at finding its way around your house. Gone are the days where robots just blindly bump into things to figure out randomly where stuff is. We have two separate systems here, and these sensors here are the eyes and ears of the robot. So on the top is a LiDAR sensor, and that helps it intelligently map your home and also figure out where it is in your home. It can also plan paths from, say, your kitchen to your living room in case you want to selectively just clean one area of your house. Next, we have a structured light and RGB camera here on the front, and this is part of the AI system where it can identify and avoid objects as it's moving around the map of your house. So it can identify, say, that there are some sneakers in front of it, or there are some cables that weren't there before, and then plan a path around it. It can identify up to 62 different types of objects and even put little symbols in your map, in the app. And it can also identify things that are about 5 centimeters wide and about 3 centimeters tall. So it's quite refined in its sensing capability. But the long and short of it is that it knows where it is in your house. It won't do things like fall off stairs because it has cliff sensors underneath it, and it can always find its way back to your dock. So the Qrevo Master gives you lots of choices about how you want to clean your home. For example, you can set it to just do vacuuming only, or maybe just mopping only, or vacuum and mop at the same time, which is extra efficient. Also, you can set it to clean certain high traffic areas like the front hallway and maybe the living room, or areas where you say prepare a meal. So you can just press a button and it'll just clean those areas as well. So if your house has got a lot of diverse surfaces like tiles and floorboards and rugs, the mop heads and the main brush can actually lift upwards up to 10 millimeters, allowing them to get over, say, a rug to get to some floorboards, and then lift the mop back up so it doesn't get your rug wet on its way back to the dock. The Qrevo Master is really easy to set up and use. If you want to, you can just press the buttons on the robot itself to start it, pause it, and send it back to the dock. Or because it's a Wi-Fi connected device, I'd recommend using the Roborock app, and this is where it's all happening. From here, you can do things like editing and viewing your map. You can add different floors, plus set all kinds of different cleaning modes and presets. And it's also your home for maintenance and managing and even getting some technical support if you need some help. And if you don't want to use any of those, you can just say, "Hey Rocky," and use some voice commands to get it to clean or go to different zones. Or you can connect it to Siri, Google Assistant, and Alexa to use those types of voice controls. And I love that you can actually set your robot vacuum to charge during off-peak hours so you get a better rate on your electricity. Plus, it charges about 30% faster than some of the models before it. The Qrevo Master has a built-in video camera as well as a two-way microphone and speaker. And using the app, you can directly see what the robot vacuum sees. Also, it has some cool pet detection modes, so it can identify a kitten or a puppy, and then it will stop its main brush and avoid them so it doesn't scare your little furry friends. Also, it has a cute photo snapshot mode where it will detect a pet in your home, take snapshots, and you can download these later. If you want to find your pet, say when you're at work, the robot vac will go around the house, maybe find where that little kitten is sleeping, and then you can see them and even have a two-way conversation with your pet. It's just adorable. Okay, so we just did a lot of work. The floors are mopped, the edges are vacuumed. I think I know where the pets are. Okay, I have to admit it. Maybe the Roborock Qrevo Master did most of the work and made my day a little easier. You can pick this up for $26.99. I love that black color, look out for that one. And I have to say that, I might even be the first person in history to admit that I love vacuuming.